Good morning and welcome. It's nice on December 3rd. We have 3 degrees outside, see? With the wind it says it's -1. But in here we're nice and warm. We're in the 20s, mid to upper 20s. And it's a good day in here. Kind of wet and dreary outside. We'll see here this pot here with the Chinese cabbage. They're coming. We have radishes here. We have radishes that are ready to use right here in this pot. They're coming along quite nice. As a matter of fact, I'm finding this little room is really being quite beneficial, and we're gaining quite a bit of fresh produce from this room considering the time of year. A few leaves of lettuce, a few radishes, some microgreens, etc. A little bit goes a long way this time of year. Freshens up the meals. But earlier this year we had sponge gourd. And we use many of them. We eat a lot of them. But they over mature. They are a plant that will produce a tremendous amount of food. Just 1 or 2 plants doesn't take a lot. And you see this one here is mature. We got too mature to eat. We leave a few of the earliest ones go because you can't eat them all. And this one got mature, and we brought it in just before it froze. Clipped it off. We brought it in and we dried it. Now you can hear it. Maybe you can hear it. It's dry. The seeds in there are rattling. Well, these sponge gourd or luffa, they go by other names as well. There's more to them than just eating them. And that's what we're going to do this morning. First thing we're going to do is get out our knife here. You know, you have access, you have a place, you don't have to buy these sponges. A lot of people like these luffa sponges, I do. And you don't have to buy them. There we see the seeds. And there we cut the end off. And we'll see. We had a short season this year. Normally I will start them inside and then transplant them out. And transplant them out. This year my transplants didn't do too well. But I had a volunteer. There's still a lot of seed in this thing. You just kind of start breaking that shell up. You can see when we clean these why we get so many seeds end up in the garden. They don't all come out. We haven't got them all out yet. But that's how many seeds we've got now. So we want to take this here shell, just give it a little crack in there, and we peel the shell off. Comes off fairly easy. The angled varieties are not as easy to clean. See even more seed coming out. You got seed dropping on the floor. We just clean this shell off. And we wash out the center. And we get it cleaned out. And we have this nice, we'll end up with this nice sponge. We will end up with a nice sponge when we're done here. We can use for dishes or taking a bath. What we'll end up with is we'll get it cleaned up. Wonderful, wonderful sponge. We can cut this into smaller sections or use it whole if we want. Put the scraps in the right bucket helps. And once we get the shell off, more of the seeds will come out. But now all we have to do is cut this to whatever we want, or we can leave a hole like I said, wash this out, and we have us a sponge for our bath or our kitchen. So that one plant can give us many different things. Not only does it give us food, it gives us a nice sponge. And we don't always have to buy things. It's much nicer when we can grow them, and if we buy, I was having a conversation with a person here a while back about coffee. I'll throw this in there right away. And I was buying some coffee, and I'm pretty careful about where I buy my coffee. It's not that I'm a rich person, but I tend to like to buy my coffee from a reputable supplier, or what appears to be somebody who pays a fair wage. But we were talking about child labor in the coffee fields. His remark was, well, sometimes family needs to have their children work to support the family. I said, but isn't it better if the company pays a fair price so the children can go to school? Now, if the parents are paid a fair price for their work and the children can go to school, break those bonds of poverty, oh, but that would make my coffee expensive. Please, I hope you don't have that attitude. Anyway, that's all I've got today. If you're not growing sponge gourd or luffa, you might want to give them a try. The young immature fruits are very delicious, fried in soups, stews, etc. I have eaten them raw. You don't have to be cooked even. And if they get away from you, and if you have a good growing spot for them, or they get plenty of sun and lots of nice heat and fertilizer, you also get an end product. You can have a sponge from the surplus. So, have a wonderful day. Go out there, get your hands dirty, have some fun, stay safe, and I'm going to get on to doing some more of them. And above all, keep growing.